Well, it's time for a commentary today, and I'm picking a story that has to do with Amnesty International slamming some companies for abuses of the workers in their supply chain. Now, it's so much about this that I'm internally conflicted on. I'm going to try to unravel it just a little bit. First and foremost, Amnesty International looking out for who exactly? Are they going for the workers' rights? Are they going for human rights in general? I'm not sure exactly, because if you take away a person's ability to pay for or to get money to pay for his family, even if it's minimum wage or less, if a man is working and earning money for his family, that should be encouraged. When you take it away by shutting down the company that is employing him, you're hurting the worker. Now, the fact that these guys have to do 10 or 11 hour long days, sometimes that's necessary depending on your job. Not everybody gets to have an 8-hour day or a 6-hour day or a 3-hour day. I mean, you go to work when you got to go to work. And especially, I know some people who own their own business, they put in sometimes 20-hour days just to make ends meet. So saying, oh, you shouldn't have to work that long. Well, I'll tell you what, my friend, you don't make your workers work that long, okay? Just don't. None of these people are slaves. The fact that they're employing children or they're employing poor people, people who are willing to go out and work for less than minimum wage, they're willing to work, let them get paid whatever the company is willing to pay them. That's kind of my view on it. Now, the fact that they're slamming not even the company that's directly employing them, but the people who are buying the product. We're talking about palm oil. And they're slamming Colgate, Nestle, and Unilever for what has happened at the company that they're buying the palm oil from, saying, because these people down here aren't getting paid enough and having to work too many hours, and they're employing children, we should punish you. I think my head is going to explode. Let me wrap the metaphorical duct tape around, and let me explain once again. However, if you do not want to buy something that has child labor in it, then don't. Nobody's making you buy it. All right, now the fact that you've uncovered this abuse, allegedly, and again, abuse, we're not talking about chains, we're not talking about beatings, we're not talking about people who are trapped. Are they trapped economically? I don't know. Actually, I think by the fact that they're getting paid, that they have a job, is a way to get them out of the economic bondage, don't you? Something to think about. I mean, and in terms of asking yourself that question, how then shall we live? If you feel deeply that children should not be employed, then I want you to tell me what I'm supposed to do with my kids. Okay? I've got, at age 14, we stop paying an allowance. And we tell the kids, you want spending money, you go get a job. Well, 14-year-olds don't get hired. I don't know if you know that. There are some places that theoretically will hire a 14-year-old, but you can't become a grocery clerk when you've got 15 men waiting for that minimum wage job. You're 14 years old, you're not going to get hired. So what ends up happening is our kids will scrounge around, they'll do odd jobs, they'll mow lawns, they'll shovel snow. We have some friends of the family that will occasionally employ one of them. The fact that these companies with the palm oil are employing children, that actually is a good thing. That's my view. And how then shall we live? I basically think that we should allow people the chance to work for whatever they're willing to get paid to do the job. Artificially raising a wage and saying you must pay X amount of dollars, then also raises the cost of the good on the other side. If you want to pay $100 for a bar of soap because it's made by hamsters, I don't care. But don't take away my cheap supply by taking away the cheap labor. That's my viewpoint. Tell me what you think. Send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. And if you like what I'm doing, please consider becoming a subscriber or a sponsor through Patreon. We got all the links there set up at radiofreespeech.com. That's radiofreespeech.com.